A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development on the geopolitical landscape, European Union leaders have greenlit a monumental $105 billion interest-free loan to Ukraine aimed at bolstering its defense efforts against Russian aggression over the next 2 years. This pivotal decision comes at a time when Ukraine is facing severe financial constraints, with estimates from the International Monetary Fund indicating that Kyiv requires a staggering $161 billion in 2026 and 2027 to effectively counter Russian military actions. Without this financial lifeline, Ukraine risked running out of funding by spring, which would have dire consequences for its defense capabilities, including a potential halt in drone production. The loan, however, does not involve the allocation of frozen Russian assets, a contentious issue that has divided the 27-nation bloc. The EU's decision to use its own budget as collateral instead of utilizing approximately $247 billion worth of immobilized Russian funds was met with mixed reactions. While it provides immediate support to Ukraine, it also reflects a cautious approach to avoid potential legal and financial repercussions associated with the frozen assets. Notably, Belgium's reluctance to back the use of these assets was driven by concerns over legal risks, particularly given that a significant portion of Russia's Europe-based assets are held by Belgian company Euroclear, which is currently embroiled in a lawsuit initiated by Russia's central bank. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has condemned the EU's proposal as daylight robbery, warning that such actions could lead to serious consequences for the nations involved. This sentiment underscores the heightened tensions between Russia and the West, as the ongoing conflict in Ukraine continues to escalate. In parallel, U.S. President Donald Trump is reportedly advocating for a U.S.-brokered peace deal by Christmas, signaling potential shifts in diplomatic efforts. Recent discussions in Berlin between U.S. and Ukrainian representatives indicated progress towards a peace agreement, with Washington offering security guarantees modeled after NATO's Article 5 Mutual Defense Pledge. However, key territorial disputes remain unresolved, and Putin has expressed his intention to retain all occupied territories. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has stated that despite ongoing peace talks, Russia is preparing for a prolonged conflict in the upcoming year. As the situation evolves, the U.S. is contemplating a new wave of sanctions targeting Russia's oil exports should Putin reject the proposed peace agreement. The implications of the EU's financial support for Ukraine extend beyond immediate military needs. It sends a clear message to Russia that the West remains united in its support for Ukraine's sovereignty. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk emphasized this point, stating, "We have a simple choice, either money today or blood tomorrow." The loan is seen as a crucial step in preventing further Russian aggression against Europe, reinforcing the notion that financial backing for Ukraine is essential for maintaining stability in the region. However, not all EU member states are fully aligned on this issue. Countries like the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Slovakia initially opposed the loan, with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán expressing concerns that providing financial support equates to an endorsement of war. Despite their initial resistance, these nations ultimately decided not to block the loan's passage, albeit with assurances to mitigate any potential financial fallout. The complexity of the situation highlights the broader implications of the ongoing conflict, as the EU navigates its support for Ukraine while managing internal divisions and external pressures. As the geopolitical landscape continues to shift, the world watches closely to see how these developments will unfold and what they mean for the future of Ukraine and its relationships with both the EU and Russia. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.